concept that you are going to learn, that is reduction potential. So here we are going to see the trends of your oxidation state. Okay. So now reduction potential is nothing but the overall changes that which takes place in a reaction. So that will be considered as a reduction potential. So now when you see a reaction, when metal, when it is there with the solid form, and as it converts into gaseous form, solid to gaseous in the sense that is nothing but your sublimation energy, right? So here sublimation energy will take place. Sublimation energy. Okay, the energy is required, or the changes where it takes place from solid to gas, that is nothing but sublimation energy. Now, if you take the same metal when it is there with the gaseous form, if it loses electron, okay, and it forms an ion, so the energy now it is required to remove the electron from the last shell of your gaseous metal substance, that is known as ionization enthalpy, right? So here also it goes with the energy, and now this ion, when it reacts with water, okay, it forms aqueous, right? So now here it goes with the hydration energy. So this overall energy changes, so that will be considered as reduction potential. Okay, the changes, overall changes with energy what it takes place, so that will be considered as reduction potential. And if you see with the D block elements, when you compare with your group 1 and group 2, so in your 11th standard you have studied your alkali metals will be alkali metal as well as alkaline earth metal. S block elements will be having higher the reduction potential. Okay, so here as you have studied, so those group S block will be having higher reduction potential when you compare the D block. So this shows lesser reduction potential when you compare with the S block. Okay, alkali metal as well as alkaline earth metal. Why it is so? Because here in your reduction potential, if you consider with the D block elements, there ionization enthalpy will be more, as well as hydration enthalpy also. So mainly this reduction potential, it mainly depends on the ionization energy as well as hydration energy of that particular metal. Okay, so that's why it will be less when you compare with the S block. These D block elements will be having lesser reduction potential value. So you have also studied in electrochemistry chapter based on hydrogen that you are going to measure the reduction potential. So the lower part it shows the negative value. Okay, so the middle one is hydrogen, showing the reduction potential value will be 0. Then after that you are going to get positive values, right? So which shows more negative values. Okay, the lithium is showing more negative value, so that shows a higher reduction potential. Okay, the reduction potential shows with the higher rate. Okay, and it is good reducing in nature. As you will go up, what will happen? Which shows a higher positive value, so that is lesser or less reduction potential value will be shown by this positive fluid. Okay, so this positive value or this positive element, so that shows lesser reduction potential value when you compare with this. So this will go for oxidation. Okay, so now here this is regarding the reduction potential what we have studied in your the last chapter. So now here if you will go under this, okay, the trends, some questions will be asked for mainly for CBSE students, as well as state here. So the first question, this kind of question they can ask: zinc has a low value of reduction potential, though its hydration enthalpy is high. So when you compare with other elements, so this zinc, when you see in your electrochemistry, okay, electrochemistry you have seen, as I said, negative value 0 as well as positive value will come. So your this zinc value it will comes around, in the middle. Okay, so near to 0 it comes the values, the negative value, but it comes near to 0. In a sense, it shows a low value of reduction potential when you compare with the other elements, right? So though it is having high hydration enthalpy, why it is showing lower value of reduction potential? So this is the question. So what is the answer that you have to write for this? See, zinc shows low value of reduction potential. Why? Because the electronic configuration of zinc, if you take, so that goes with the 3d10 as well as 4s2. D orbital is completely filled, S orbital is also completely filled. So this will get extra separated to the element. Okay, so that's why it will be having lower value of reduction potential. And as I said, these reduction potential value, it mainly depends on your hydration enthalpy as well as ionization enthalpy. Though its hydration enthalpy is high over here, its ionization enthalpy it is more than your hydration enthalpy. Okay, so more than in the sense why? Because it is completely free, it is difficult to remove the electron from from the lashes because it will disturb its stability, right? So that's why ionization enthalpy of zinc will be more, okay, when you compare with your hydration enthalpy. Okay, so when you check with the overall energy, so this ionization enthalpy, this energy will vary when you compare with the hydration enthalpy. That's why its reduction potential value is low. Okay, so this is the reason that you have to write for your zinc. So now here this question also they can ask, why does manganese as well as zinc it shows a negative reduction potential? Why the value of reduction potential that shows with a negative? So the reason you have to write, when you go with the manganese as well as zinc, if you see, so that will become stable by half-filled electronic configuration, s orbital also completely filled, as well as zinc if you see there it is completely filled of d orbital and s also completely filled. So these two gives more of extra stability will be given to the elements. That's why it shows more of, the negative value will be shown. Okay, not more. The value of reduction potential, so that shows a negative form. So this is regarding the manganese as well as zinc. So the next reduction potential with the trend, that is in M3 plus or M2 plus. So here the question how they ask, how this conversion of these ionic forms will take place, either from M2 plus to M3 plus or M3 plus to M2 plus, how this conversion will take place, and in this which is a good oxidizing agent or a good reducing agent. So that kind of question will be asked. So here you should know the concept, that is nothing but oxidizing agent is nothing but which reduces easily, correct? And reducing agent is nothing but which oxidizes easily. So this you remember, so easy to write with the concept. Okay, so now here we will go with the question. Now scandium. Okay, we know scandium 3 plus is a stable oxidation state. Okay, here reduction potential value is low reduction potential value. Reduction potential value is low, as well as SC3 plus. This is more stable in nature. Okay, why? This kind of question will be asked. SC3 plus is more stable in nature, as well as its reduction potential is low. Why? Okay, whether it is good oxidizing agent or reducing agent. So this kind of question will be asked. So now what to write? Why this shows the stability with SC3 plus? When you go with SC3 plus as well as scandium 2 plus. See, one thing is the variable oxidation rate is not possible with the scandium. If it shows +2 also, okay, when you compare with this is more stable than this. Okay, why it is so? Because we know the scandium, the electronic configuration that goes as 3d1 4s2. This is electronic configuration. Now, when it forms scandium 3 plus, by the atom it will lose 3 electrons. Losing of 3 electrons will take place. So 3d0 4s0 it will become, and here it will attain the noble gas configuration. Okay, so when it attains noble gas configuration, in the sense that it is, that will become stable in nature. More stability it will get. So that's why this is more stable in nature. And if you go, how this conversion will take place from scandium 2 plus to scandium 3 plus, as well as how to find whether it is oxidizing agent or reducing agent. So if you take scandium 2 plus, how it will become scandium 3 plus? By losing 1 electron. Okay, it loses 1 electron and it forms scandium 3 plus, right? So now losing of electron is oxidation or reduction. I have given a formula to remember, that is oil ring. Oxidation is losing electron, reduction is gaining electron. So now here scandium 2 plus, to form scandium 3 plus it is losing electron. When it loses electron, so this will undergo for oxidation. If it undergoes for oxidation, whether it is good reducing agent or oxidizing agent, so therefore it is a good reducing agent. Okay, so this much you have to write. Especially for CBSE students, this kind of question will be asked. So this is regarding scandium. So the next question that they ask, which is a better oxidizing agent in Mn2 plus or iron 3 plus? Okay, so in these two if you consider, which is a good oxidizing agent, and they are asking. Now see, we need to find between those ions. So now Mn if we consider, manganese if we consider, what is the electronic configuration of manganese? That is 3d5 4s2. Right? This is the electronic configuration of manganese. If it is forming Mn2 plus, what is our electronic configuration? Removal of 2 electrons from the outer shell, so it comes as 3d5. If you go with Mn3 plus, what is the electronic configuration? Mn3 plus in the sense 3 electrons you are going to remove, so that comes as 3d4. So in these two, if you consider which is more stable, d orbital in the sense you know 5 d orbitals are present. So here 5 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons. Here if you consider 4 electrons, as I said, half filled if it is present or completely filled electrons are present in the cell, that will get more of stability. So here 1 vacant orbital will be there in the case of 3d4, but if you go with the 3d5 half filled electron configuration, you can see. So this is more stable than your 3d4. Okay, so to form Mn3 plus better than this, we can go with this. Okay, conversion will take place from Mn3 plus to Mn2 plus, so that is better, right? It will get the stable electronic configuration. So now, how Mn3 plus will convert into Mn2 plus? How this conversion will take place? The oxidation state should decrease. So what should happen? It will gain electron, right? So by the time it gains 1 electron, it will get in the state, oxidation state as Mn2 plus. See, now it is there with 3d4. Okay. To fill that half filled, how many electrons you need? 1 electron you should need. Otherwise it is 3d4. To fill this electron, 1 electron it will gain. Okay, now it will become 3d5. So this is stable in nature, right? So now here it is gaining electron. As I said, oil is nothing but oxidation is losing electron, reduction is gaining electron. So now here it is gaining electron. So what is happening here? The reduction is taking place, right? If it reduces easily, what it is? It is a good oxidizing agent. Good oxidizing agent. So this is regarding your manganese. So now we will go with iron, right? So iron in the sense Fe. What is the electronic configuration of iron? That is 3d6, 4s2, right? When it goes with oxidation state of Fe2 plus in the sense, here removal of 2 electrons, electronic configuration will be 6. Fe3 plus in the sense, because we should find with the both oxidation state. Okay? So Fe3 plus in the sense, removal of 3 electrons will take place, so the electronic configuration will be 3d5. So it is more stable over here. Again, half filled where it will take place, so that is more filled. Either half filled or completely filled, that will get more of stability. So here half filled electronic configuration will take place, so this will be having more of stability. So instead of this, forming this is a better choice, right? So now forming this in the sense conversion of Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus, how it will take place? So now as I said, d orbital, okay, 6 electrons it is having Fe2 plus and 6 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons are present. Now to convert it to Fe3 plus 3d5, what you should do? You should remove or lose 1 electron. So it will lose 1 electron to form Fe3 plus, right? If it is losing electron, what it is? So that will be, that process will be considered as oxidation, right? So if it is a good oxidation, or if it undergoes for good oxidation, then it will be a good reducing agent. Therefore, it is a good reducing agent. So what is the question now? Which is a better oxidizing agent in Mn2 plus or In3 plus? We know Mn2 plus is good oxidizing agent and In3 plus is good reducing agent. So what is the answer for this question? That is Mn. Okay, Mn2 is a good oxidizing agent. So the next question is the element when we go with the D block. Okay, so when it forms a compound with more of electronegative atom, by that time it shows more of stability. That concept we already know, we already learned. But then when a manganese it forms compound with the fluorine as well as oxygen, if we consider the oxidation state of fluorine, when it forms a compound, by the time the oxidation state will be +4, and when it forms compound with oxygen it shows +7. Though fluorine is more electronegative, when you compare with these fluorine as well as oxygen, fluorine is more electronegative than your oxygen. Then this should be more stable, should show more of oxidation state. But it is not. Why? That is a question. The thing is, here when it forms a compound with your Mn2O7 as well as Mn4 if you take. With this, it shows higher oxidation state because it forms, the formation of bond will take place with a multiple of oxygen. Okay, multiple bond formation will take place between manganese as well as oxygen. That's why it shows higher of oxidation state. Okay, so that is the reason. Now the next question here they can ask, when you go with a vanadium, okay, vanadium oxidation state that it is possible with the +2 as well as +3 is possible and +5 is also possible, right? So with this, if you consider, this will be, when you compare, this will be more stable in nature, okay? Vanadium with the plus oxidation state is also more stable in nature. Though it doesn't have, when you go with plus oxidation state, so plus in the sense what? Removal of 2 electrons. Electronic configuration comes as 3d3, 4s2, right? If you are removing 2 electrons from the last shell, if it is vanadium 2+, by that it is 3d3. It is not half filled, not completely filled, so it is not stable in nature. But then also we can say we are seeing vanadium 2+ is a stable electronic configuration or stable oxidation state. Why? The reason is, see, last chapter we have studied regarding crystal field splitting, right? So where you will be having degenerated orbital, okay, which goes with the same energy level, and when it inhibits to higher energy level, by that time it's split into two energies, right? One is with the lower energy and another with the higher energy. The lower energy orbital that you are going to call it as C2G, and the higher energy orbital you are going to call it as EG, right? So now here, when you go with electronic configuration, that according to vanadium 2+, okay, when it shows vanadium 2+ in the sense, electronic configuration will be 3d3, 4s will be 0 in the sense, 2 electrons you are supposed to remove. 3d3 will be the electronic configuration. So now the filling of electron will take place here in the lower energy orbital. So in your crystal field splitting if you take, so this shows a stable electronic configuration. Stable half filled will be seen in crystal field splitting. Okay, splitting energy half filled stability also you are going to consider based on crystal field theory also. So here it attains this crystal field theory half splitting. Okay, so half filled stability will be seen. Okay, so this is half filled, right? Completely filled in the sense what all electrons should be filled, right? So here not filled electrons should be there. So here these are half filled electronic configuration, so that will be shown by your vanadium 2+. So that's why this shows more of oxidation, more of stability. So the next concept or the topic that you are going to learn, that is color of transition metal. So you know the elements which comes under D block or transition metal, it shows color. Alright, so that you have already studied under coordination compounds in the presence of ligands that it shows the color, as well as when it is there with ionic form especially, okay, so solid or aqueous forms, when it is there with ionic form, that it is possible to show the color of the compound. So the reason why it shows the color of the compound, that it is seen, okay, when it undergoes the splitting, by that time lower energy will be seen as well as higher energy will be seen, right? So here what will happen, the electron which is present in lower energy, it absorbs energy, okay, so it absorbs energy. While absorbing the energy, it absorbs color also, and by absorbing energy, it will jump into higher energy level and it won't stay for longer time, okay, so in that case it won't stay for longer time, it has to come down. While coming down, it releases some amount of energy, whatever has been absorbed. Only some amount of energy will emit, so that energy also will be shown with color. Okay, so it gives color to the compound. So that's why this transition metal, it shows color. Okay, color will be seen. For example, if you take cobalt chloride, so that will absorb, the electrons will absorb, blue color will be absorbed, and as it jumps to higher energy level, and by coming back, it emits radiation, in the sense energy also will be released as well as color also will be seen in visible region. So the color of cobalt chloride, it appears as red because it liberates or it emits red color while coming back. Okay, so that's why the color of the solution, if you know, so that shows the red in color. And some of the the metal if you take, so that is like copper, silver as well as zinc. So these, when it is there with their form, by that time it shows color. Okay, so these are colorless in nature. The reason is when it shows with their the d orbital. Okay, when it is there with metallic form, ionic form, when it is there with the oxidation state. Okay, so by then the d orbital if you consider, so that will be like filled d orbital will be present. So filled, completely filled d orbital will be present, as well as if we consider the titanium 4+, when it is there with the titanium 4+ oxidation state, by that time also it doesn't show color. The reason is here when it shows with the titanium 4+, by that time removal of 4 electrons will be done. So removal of all the electrons will be done. In the sense it retains the noble gas configuration. So by that time also it doesn't shows any of the color. Okay. So that's why here when you go with the electronic configuration, it is there with ionic form. These ions doesn't show color because it will be having completely filled d orbital. That's why. Okay. And if you go with the vanadium, if you take, okay, vanadium when it is there with a different oxidation state. Okay, some elements when it is there with a different oxidation state, also it shows different colors. Okay, so now for example, if you see vanadium 2+, vanadium 3+, and vanadium 4+, as well as vanadium 5+. So when it is there with a different oxidation state, it shows different color. Okay, so here when it is there with the 2+ state, it shows violet. Okay, violet color will be shown with the compound. When it is there with the 3+, by that time it shows green. Okay, and when it is there with the 4+ oxidation state, it shows blue color. And here when it is there with the 5+ oxidation state, it shows yellow color. So these are the color that it will be shown with when it is present with a different oxidation state. And the complementary colors, what it will be, so that I have already shown in last class. So when you go with the complementary color, by that time it shows in this order. If it is absorbing red in a sense, by that time it releases green color, as well as absorption of orange in the sense blue color, absorption of yellow in the sense violet color. Okay, so these are the colors. Along with that, some of the shades will be there. So these are the color of the transition materials, and that's why it shows color to the compound or color to the metal.